Good morning. This is the ExactTrades.com Shakers Report for September 1st, 2011. Hope you had a great day yesterday. We were actually 6 for 6 in the movers and shakers. So a solid day. Right now we're looking at the S&P 500. You can see yesterday's session right here, August 31st. We had the high right around this 123.50 area, so right in there, and the low about 121.25. So we're going to be watching those two areas for a break on the higher low side. You can see this high from 817 being support as well as yesterday's low. So watch for a break below that. I think we're going to start to weaken a little bit. We also have this trend line coming up off of these lows. So watch for a break below that. We have both of them coming together. First price we're going to be watching is right around this 120 mark. See if it shows any support there. And if we break that, could come into this 118. So I'll be a little more patient with the shorts. Also, if we see a break below that support level and you see some longs setting up to break out, I'd be a little bit more cautious on those longs as we're holding up at the support level. Could get a false breakout and waste a trade on that. So just something to watch out for. Now, if we do get some buying and a breakout to the high side, watch for this over 123.50 area. Going to have a little bit of resistance here around 125.45, 125.50 area. But I'm really going to be watching this 126 area right there. Should have some pretty strong resistance level in this range. And I think we're just starting to run out of gas on this run up. So I do see a little bit of a correction here over the next few days. But again, stay flexible. We're not here to anticipate. We're here to react and just trade accordingly. So let's go ahead and look at today's trades. Okay, first up we have BCE. You can see this previous high here around 40.20. Had the breakout in yesterday's session, ran up to about 40.36 and then came back down. Held up though. We're going to look for a breakout over the previous day's high. Continuation move up. We're going to take this long over 40.42. So right about there is going to be your trigger. First profit target is going to be 40.82. So take about half off your trade there. Next target is going to be 41.22. So that's going to be your 2% mark. I would leave a small piece here. See if you can test 41.50 and then eventually 42. Look for a trending move up kind of later in the day, especially if we get a break of resistance levels in the market. Could just kind of move up. Next we have AUY. We've been watching this for a couple days. Still building up under this resistance level, which is fine by me. Still getting some more shorts to pile in here. We're looking for a breakout over this 1620 area. Look to take this long over 1622. First profit target is going to be this 1638. So right in there. And then the next profit target is going to be at 1654. So right about there. Still the same trade. I'm not going to get off of this. I think if we do get a breakout, we could get a nice run in this. So still going to be on my watch list. Now we're looking at SONE. You can see we have some resistance here around 925. We're going to look for a breakout over that. Going to take it long at 927. First profit target is going to be at 936. So take about half off there. Move up your stop to break even. Next target is going to be 945. And then I would leave a small piece to test 950. Possibly 960. I think that's going to be the upper end of this trade. And you can just trail a stop on that last small piece on SONE. Next we have WEC. You can see here in yesterday's session just peaked over that resistance level and failed. Still building up under the resistance. I still think this is a good trade if we get a breakout. Going to want to take this long over 31.77. So right about there, take it long. First profit target is going to be 32.09. Keep your eye on 32. It could have a little bit of resistance at 32, but if it can push through that, go ahead and take your profit at 32.09. Next profit target is going to be 32.41. It's right about there. And then I would leave a small piece to test this 32.50. And last up for our long trades is Jazz, J-A-Z-Z. You see the resistance here at 44.10 approximately, just right around 44. We're going to look to take this long over 44.17. So we want to make sure that we get a good break over the resistance level. First profit target is going to be 44.61. So right about there. Next profit target is going to be 45.05. Right there. And then I would leave a small piece. See if you can come up into 46. Trailing a stop on your last quarter. Now watch it at 45. I know our target's going to be at 45.05. It could fail just under 45 or at 45, so be aware of that. If that happens, just bump down your target on your second quarter and take that piece off right there. Move up your stop a little bit and then see if it can consolidate and make another move up to new highs. Now we're looking at HGSI. See the low of the day here about 1264. We're going to look to take this short below 1257. So right there. Make this a little larger so it's easier to see. 1257. First profit target is going to be 1245. So right there. See how you're going to come into a little bit of support, but there's still that 1% you can get on the break below the previous support. Take that. Look for a profit there. If we don't get much of a bounce, it could fall through it depending on what the market's doing. Next profit target is going to be at 1233, so right about there. And then I leave a small piece to see if it can come down and test 12. And then you got the lows at 1180 approximately, 1185. So those are the two areas to watch with your last piece. Should find some support down in this area somewhere. And could possibly be a long trade off of 1180. I would wait for it to come down into 1180. Look for some accelerated price and volume or sustained volume coming down into 1180, and then look for a nice solid bounce off 1180. Could give you 2 to 3% on the long side. Now we have LPS. Have this low support, hit it a few times here around 1750, and really been consolidating in this range here. We're going to look for a breakdown below the support. I'm going to take this short under 1745. So right there. So basically we're going to wait for it to give up that support. Go short. First profit target is going to be 1728. So right there. Take some profit. Next profit target is going to be 1711. So you can kind of see a little bit here of a bounce in these two areas. Take some profit there, and then I leave a small piece to test 17. Going to have support also at 1690 right in here. So watch for that as well. And our last trade for the day is PIR. Going to look on the short side of this as well. You have support here at 1050. Going to look for a break below that support. You also see here the highs from 826. So take this short below 1044. So right there. First profit target is going to be 1034. So that's your 1%. Move down your stop to break even at that point. And then let's try for 1024 right in there. Last of the support. See these highs and these lows right here? That should be pretty good support. Now if we break that, if you have a small piece, try to keep a small piece short on this. Could come down into this 980 and also 10. Probably going to show stronger support at 10. I'm not going to be looking for the long side of this. There's not enough money in on the long side. But I think that it can come down to 10 and possibly 980 right down into this area. So those are the trades for today. Good luck to everyone, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.